All right, Devin, it's time. It's time for some guess the athletes.
Uh-oh.
Time for you to guess some athletes. I'm gonna give you some facts. You're gonna give me some guesses, and I'm gonna
Yep.
tell you if you're right or not. Start with
Kev
the
Thorpe.
first person. This first player played for 5 different NFL teams.
Yep.
Is listed as a superhero by Marvel. In the Marvel universe, is listed as a superhero.
Him himself.
Him himself. So like it's super blank. It's the football player, but in
Yeah.
superhero form. They're dyslexic.
Okay. I don't know how to read it either, so.
Dyslexic. Marvel superhero.
I'm
5.
gonna be honest. I'm not sure how many people I've met who are like, yeah, I've never had any dyslexia in my life, you know?
Oh, dyslexia is definitely everybody's got a hint of it. Not to take away from people that have
Like,
it.
you're telling me one time you haven't looked at a piece of paper and been like, how do you do a D and a B? Like, you got it every time you're telling me?
Dude, and when people wrote in cursive, everybody had dyslexia.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody had it, but
Fuck
still,
outta here.
not belittling people that
I'm not
actually
belittling dyslexia.
struggle with
Also, when it's
dyslexia.
like, people are like, I have anxiety, it's like, tell me who doesn't.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's like, who's not anxious? It's like, I think we're all feeling some
who
anxiety
doesn't
at some
have
point.
ADHD in fucking 2025?
What do you sit here like this?
So, I can't sit still. It's like,
I'm
yeah.
super focused all the time. It's like, yeah, what are you, Elon Musk? What? She's, I don't know. I don't know anything about the brain, but first thought, honey badger.
Okay. That's not right.
Well, all right, let me think.
You thought it was Super Honey Badger in Marvel?
I mean, there's Super Cam.
Um,
He didn't play for 5 teams though.
This quarterback was the only quarterback to win a playoff team drafted by this franchise.
To win a playoff game?
So this franchise, they've only drafted one quarterback that won them playoff game, and it's this one. Got you thinking. If I gave you the team, I'd probably give it away.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wanted to hold on because this is an interesting fact. I learned this
So
today.
I'm trying to look for a team with one
They've only
playoff win
drafted no.
from a drafted quarterback.
They've only had one quarterback they drafted that won a playoff game. There's teams that might pick up players or maybe swap at the draft.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, let me know when you want that fifth and final. Fifth and final, I mean.
Yeah, fifth and final. I don't know.
Fifth and final, you gotta get it. So I mean, I'm almost want to hold off. Like, do you have an idea? Is anything?
You said swap a pick, and I got confused.
Maybe you were gonna go somewhere else, and then at draft they had to say like, "Oh, never mind, you're gonna go here instead." But you weren't technically drafted there, but you played there, so you were technically a quarterback who won playoff games there, but you didn't get drafted there, so you can't be listed in that category. You know.
What?
You need the fifth and final.
Yeah.
First underclassman to win the Heisman. It's the only quarterback Denver's drafted to win a playoff game.
I got it before you said that one. You're throwing Tim at me?
I'm throwing Tim at you.
You're throwing Tim. You're throwing the. I was thinking of teams and like amount of teams, and then does Jacksonville count?
I counted Jacksonville, yeah. Well, because
Okay.
when I did it said 4 and they were counting Philly, so I was like, no, I'm gonna add Jackson. If we're counting Philly, we're gonna count Jacksonville.
We're counting P Squad. Yeah.
Well, and also it's like, how could I give you 5 Tim Tebow facts without you knowing exactly
Yeah,
right away.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
I threw that
Who
in.
circumcises little Filipino boys?
But he does, yeah, no, he's listed as a superhero. He's the only drafted quarterback by Denver to win a playoff
Was
game.
Elway not drafted?
Baltimore. He said, remember, he said, I'm not playing for Baltimore.
You are right.
I am
Damn.
not, I ain't playing for, the fuck do I look like? I ain't playing for
Brock
them.
never won a playoff game.
And then obviously you had like the Peyton run or whatever, but it's like,
Yeah.
Either way, yes, it was Tim Tebow.
Wow.
This next player, they have the record for the most forced fumbles in a season with 10. They've played for 2 different teams and has lost a Super Bowl on both of them. So season high in forced fumbles with 10. That's a record. And he's played for 2 different teams his career, and then for both those teams, he lost a Super Bowl.
So he's lost 2 Super Bowls.
He's lost 2 Super Bowls for 2 different teams.
Oh. I'm trying to think of Super Bowl losers now. Forced fumbles. Nuts.
He's only played in the NFC.
Okay. Okay. What the heck? NFC. Fuck me.
I will throw in one that there's one that will give it away, so I'll give a clue to it instead. He did have a popular nickname. He was more of a guy who had an infamous nickname, opposed to just going by his regular name. Even though he would go by his regular name, but he did have a nickname that stuck.
Richard Sherman?
No, not Richard
It's a terrible
Sherman.
guess.
It's not a terrible guess. You're on somewhat of a right track. Maybe the right
Bobby
side.
Wagner?
Maybe maybe the right side of the ball.
Yeah, it's definitely a defensive player. There's 10 forced fumbles, so I was really hoping I was going to get that one right.
This player retired and became an FBI agent.
Damn, I wish that gave it away.
I'm
Who
glad
the
it
fuck's
didn't.
an FBI agent?
I'm glad it didn't give it away.
Huh.
You need the nickname?
No.
You might need it.
Is he black? I'm trying to knock down, trying to figure out who it is, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That didn't help.
No, I knew it wouldn't, so like, yeah, no, so yeah.
I eliminated JJ Watt, which I eliminated about 5 guesses ago.
Let me know when you need that 5th and final.
I'll take the 5th and final.
Nickname is Peanut.
Charles Tillman.
Charles Tillman. Charles
Damn,
Tillman is an
I
FBI.
would not have gotten that.
He's an FBI agent.
He is an FBI agent. You're right.
He is an FBI agent.
If I were to think of I would have had 2 other Panthers ahead of him.
Who are you thinking?
I'm saying if you were like he played for the Panthers, that would have been like
yeah. So
Thomas Davis. But what's his nuts never played. Kuechly never left. I don't even know if Thomas Davis ever played anywhere else.
Saints. I might be wrong. I don't know.
Maybe. Where else did
Bears?
Gotcha.
That's where he dominated with the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
But then was there in 06, and then,
I forgot the Bears went to a Super Bowl.
I forgot he was on that Panthers team, the Super Bowl 50 team, and then I was like, oh shit, he played for them. All right, this last player, he is in the top 15 all-time passing yards. So he's a top 15 all-time passing yard leader. He's played for 7 different teams.
Hmm.
He has the most losses by a starting quarterback in NFL history.
Wow. Holy shit. 7 teams
Top 15 in passing yards,
of all time.
played for 7 different teams.
I mean, you think about the top 10. I'm going to be honest. I'm taking a stretch. Big one. I know this guy played for a lot of teams. Vinny Testaverde.
It's Vinny Testaverde.
Come
Wow,
on,
Devin.
that's a name
Wow.
that stuck around for a while. He
Wow.
was never on a good team.
Wow.
He was on a
Wow.
Ravens team. He was on the
Yep.
Jets. He was bouncing.
Yeah, the other two were he was a franchise's first starting quarterback.
Yeah,
So he was Baltimore's first quarterback
exactly.
ever, and he won the Heisman.
Which
Um,
I honestly didn't know that.
but yeah, it was Vinny Testaverde. That was
No,
the earliest. I think that was the earliest one so far.
that's by far the earliest I've ever
That
gotten
was
one.
that was off of the just the
Well,
first three.
I mean, the way I broke that, it was like, who the fuck's in the top 15 who could have played for 7 teams?
Because
It's
well,
like all those dudes played for 4 teams max.
top 10 is too easy because
Yeah,
like top 10 is pretty solidified, but them
yeah.
next 5,
The next 5,
it's
yes.
like goddamn Warren Moon. It's like
But then
shit.
it's like 7 teams. Like, there's not a lot of guys who play for 7 teams and play
17.
quarterback fairly well.
Yeah, Vinny Testaverde has been
Vinny,
around.
I think I had a '96 Vinny Testaverde card with the old logo
I was gonna say
on the shoulder.
I I thought I had one back there, but
Yeah.
um, Vinny has been around. Vinny has played for a lot of different teams. Vinny actually, I wish I could have put this on there, but Tom Brady broke the record. He at one point had the most touchdown passes to different players.
Oh, really?
70 different players he's thrown a touchdown to.
Holy shit.
So he's second, but still a lot of
Yeah.
damn different players.
Yeah.
All right.